Hey guys, it's Blep. Today I'll be talking about my hopes for the 13th Dogman book, Big Jim Begins. If you're new here, hi, my name is Blep. You can call me May too, and I make Dogman videos. Disclaimer. This video is only about my ramblings about what I expect to see in the 13th book, which obviously includes my opinions. If you feel like that will bother you, you may click off of this video. First thing that I'll be talking about is Big Jim. I expect to have a Big Jim backstory where we would know how or why Big Jim's parents died and how he got to the shelter. I also really want to find out how he even managed to get in jail for such a long period of time. I always imagined him to have stolen a bunch of cupcakes and ate them, but that wouldn't let you stay in jail for years? I know book years are different from real life years, obviously, but I'd like to imagine within every book a year had passed. Personal opinion on that, don't come and attack me. Nothing can be really said about Big Jim since he's not that much of a huge character in this series, but I have my hopes up slightly. Next thing that I'll be talking about is Grandpa. Grandpa is hated by everyone, let's agree. Some of you all know that I've tried giving him a redemption in my AU, but he's so horrible, I literally could not. I couldn't give him a redemption. And that's why I want to see how Dave Pilkey would give him a redemption. I really do hope he gets a redemption arc, even though I hate his guts and that he's a monster and that at the same time I feel like he deserves no sympathy whatsoever. But I feel like it would be interesting seeing a redemption from what seems to be an irredeemable character. Another thing I really wanted to see is Grandpa's backstory. Clearly we're going to be having Disco Grandpa in this book, which is a younger version of Grandpa, and I expect to see what his and Grace's relationship was like. I want to know what kind of manipulative move he pulled on Grace so she loved him. I really hope we get more insight on what happened before PD. Dogman, of course, the main star of the series. Or so he was. Ever since PD's redemption, I feel like we've been getting more PT than Dogman. Heck, Dogman even became a secondary character in his own book. Don't get me wrong, I love PT to bits. He's my all-time favorite and nothing will ever change that. But at the same time, where's Dogman most of the time? We barely get any screen time or page time in this context with him, and it pisses me off so much. The series is called Dogman for a reason. Why make him feel like a secondary character, even a background character at this point? I know I have nowhere to speak since my whole channel is basically revolving around PD, but this is his book, his name is Dogman, and this whole gosh darn series is called Dogman. Moving on from the rant that I hate that Dogman's spotlight has been stolen, what I hope to see in the 13th book is his backstory as well. I want to see where he was before Night, before being a police dog, before possibly getting adopted. We got to see Greg the dog in the cast, which is clear to be Dogman. I know this whole book is going to be revolved around Big Jim and such, but I really want Dogman to make a comeback into being the main character again, even though it's a slight possible chance. Additional things such as the cover and the back cover and many expectations will be set here. First thing that I want to know is how Sarah's gonna show up in this book. Maybe she's gonna be news reporting this whole thing happened, possibly coming to the past with Big Jim and Grandpa. From the back cover, I low-key want to know how Big Jim knows Dogman out of everyone since we never saw them interact, like ever. Even Grandpa mentions it. Ew, why am I agreeing with this loser? What the hell? A mini expectation/hope I have is to find out that the helper and Bailey are actually Nurse Lady and Chief, because I feel like it's really implied to be them. I also hope we get to see younger Zuzu. So yeah, to summarize this whole essay-looking video, I really hope to see the characters' backstories such as Dogman, Grandpa, and Big Jim, and see how and why they are who they are in the present. I have high expectations on Grandpa's redemption arc, even though it seems almost impossible considering the man he is. I also really do hope Dogman gets the attention he deserves, even though that might have a slight chance in happening, since he always gets swept under the rug in recent books. Anyways, thank you all for listening to my ramble. Fan arts! Thank you guys again for all these amazing drawings. I really appreciate them so much, so thank you all. I hope you have a nice day or night depending on where you're at, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!